Hello everyone. Today we are talking about requesting information by writing an email. There is a question for you. When you want to go on holiday, how do you find out information about the holiday? For example, you Google for it, from a travel agent, by email or phone. So give your answer in the notebook. We know that we're going to make a request. We're asking for something. What's important is to identify the proper person for the request. And depending on the person that we're going to write, we will decide if the request will be formal or informal. As you know, when we do not know the person, we should use a formal requesting email. When we know the person, it's different. So it depends on you, it depends on the request that you will make, then the email is less formal. There are many instances in our life when we need to write a request letter. And fortunately, the request letter usually follows a definite format. So it starts with the opening statement, followed by requesting the information we need, and the last paragraph is the closing or ending. Let's see them one by one. In the opening statement, it's very important for you to use a proper greeting and introduce yourself. When you write the letter, the greeting should be addressed properly. Dear is the accepted opening for this style, whereas opening like hi or hello are inappropriate. When you don't know the person that you're writing to, it's very important to make a brief introduction of yourself in order the reader should understand who is making the request, and this introduction should be no more than 2 sentences, so 1 or 2 sentences. And you do not need to provide a biography, so do not need to give details about your life. In the requesting paragraph, the first thing is state the favor that you are asking. So it's very important for you to state the favor politely and clearly. You should fill in all the necessary details like dates and times. Keep it simple and do not go into details, so you should be able to make your request in a few sentences. State them clearly. Tell your recipient why the favor is important. Recipient is the person who receives the email. So you might need to convince him or her to grant your request, but not by putting pressure. Like, for example, this is very important to me, or it means everything to me and I need your help. Now, this is inappropriate. Offer to provide assistance to the recipient. This one can be included when you work with the person you are requesting, and if so, you demonstrate your willingness to work together. In the closing paragraph, it's very important to close the letter politely. For example, when you have stated your request and provided all the necessary information, then close with a polite manner. For example, best regards or yours sincerely. And the last, proofread your letter before sending it. When you write the email before sending it, you should always proofread for any spelling or grammar errors, because they make your letter look more unprofessional or more informal. There are some useful expressions that you might need to know when you write a formal requesting letter. Some of these expressions are: in the starting paragraph, we use I am writing to request, or I am writing to inquire about. I am writing in connection with, and give the details about the request that you're going to make. In the requesting paragraph, these are the expressions that you might need to use. Could you possibly send me? I would be grateful if you could. Would it be possible for you to tell me? Would it be possible for you to send me? Or I would appreciate some information about. If you have more than one request, then you should use, could you also please send me? Or another matter I need information on is, or I would also like some information on. In the closing paragraph, these expressions would help you. I look forward to receiving, or I would appreciate it if you could inform me as soon as possible. So, these are the expressions that we use in a formal requesting email. So, if we had an informal email, the language would be more informal. So, we would use more contracted forms, for example, it's, your, okay? Or instead of saying I am writing to ask, then we say I am writing to request. Or instead of saying I would be grateful if you could, in the informal letter we say can you send me? So these are the differences between an informal requesting email and formal, okay? The homework for next time is exercise 6 on page 113. You have looked at a holiday website for cruises around the coast of South America. Write an email to the tour company and request information about how long the cruise lasts, when and where the cruise starts and ends, and the cost of a cabin. And also you're going to answer the questions in your book and read the email given in your book on page 113. Thank you for your attention and see you next time.